in my house. so much.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Let me know when you get us live and we'll get started.
They all have a copy, yep.
You're good.
All right, good morning, everybody. We're gonna start with our meeting for Yates County Capital Resource Corporation. We'll call that meeting to order now, 7:35. I don't believe we have any guests to introduce, and I don't think we need an executive session for this entity. So we'll move on to the review and approval of our minutes from December. And were included in our packets. I would ask for a motion to approve.
Marisa.
Is there a second?
Sure.
All right. Did anybody have any comments or questions on the minutes? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that's carried. Doreen, do you have anything to report?
No.
Financials? All right, moving right along to our action items. So the first item of today, and this will be on each of the 3 meetings, is the election of officers. Actually, all 3 of these items are going to be on each of the 3 meetings. So we have a handout that is how it stands now. The committee assignments and the slate of officers.
The top of the roster sheet, if you will, has the officers, and then the second sheet has the committees.
Yeah, so do you have any specific changes to recommend?
I don't. I'm happy leaving them as is, if the board's happy leaving them as is.
My annual comment, does anybody else want to be chair? I don't want to stand in the way of anybody else that aspires to do that.
Is there any way I could get assistant chairman on there as well? Kind of got everything else.
Assistant.
Maybe we could just throw another
Assistant chair.
assistant on
Take
there.
that into
Okay.
consideration, yeah. Yeah, we'll see if I can do it. You can just take the assistant off if you want. No. Does anybody have any suggested changes, or if you're not comfortable staying in the same role you're in, then let us know. Otherwise, we'll ask for a motion to approve the slate as it is, and the committee assignments as they are too.
So moved.
Okay, so that's a motion for the slate of officers and the committee assignments.
I'll second.
Seconded by Jesse. Any further discussion? Steve has a question mark on this question.
It's a little late. I don't want to. Just notice we don't have Marisa on any of the.
Oh, because she joined? Yeah.
She joined.
Do I have to be on a committee?
You don't have to be,
Oh,
but
should I
Yeah.
You could also give her one of my assistant positions.
be? That's how I end up being secretary of the other board. I don't love that.
How do you feel? Audit and finance,
Mm.
governance, or personnel?
Oh, personnel. Feels like it's my wheelhouse, huh?
Yeah. Research personnel.
So then we would need to, I don't know if we have to remove anybody from that.
Actually, yeah, we do.
That gives us a quorum. If-
We can't have 4 there yet. Steve,
I
or
would, I would take a step back.
Okay.
I mean, I'm on governance
Yeah,
and
Jared's on 2
personnel,
already.
so
Okay.
you're good with that?
that makes sense?
Sure.
So Jared will
Did I
move off
steal the one you
personnel.
like more?
And we'll
What's that?
substitute.
Did I steal the one you like more?
So we're
Yeah, that's a
gonna
good
ask
question.
for an amended motion. We're gonna accept the slate of officers as stated on the sheet, and the committee assignments with the modification of Marisa instead of Jared on personnel. Would you make that amended motion, Jesse?
Sure, I'll make that motion.
All right. Any further discussion?
Well, just a comment that Jared
Who
was
seconded
really,
it?
really quick to offer. It's the quickest I've seen him move to get off.
Didn't have to go far to say that I was also on the governance committee, which I had
Yeah,
not forgotten.
I'm just
about.
kidding.
And,
Okay.
yeah.
So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, that's carried. The third item today are approving bank signers. And so, how do you want to
So
do that?
usually we do two of the officers, and we add Steve and Mike as emergency. Can leave that the same.
Yeah, who's, I know I am one of them, who's,
That would be
Janice, the
Janice.
treasurer, right?
Yep. Steve, the vice chair, and secretary, be Jared.
It's any of the officers.
It's
Right, any of the
Yeah.
officers, two of any of the
Mm.
officers.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll get
okay.
updated.
So,
I'll
each
get
officer
updated
has
bank
the
signature.
authorization to sign.
but with them staying the same, we shouldn't have to make any,
I don't know that they got updated last year. Without- I'm not
Okay.
sure the banks are, we're keeping up with that.
alright, so we're approving, the motion then is to approve the officers as authorized signers. The process is that we need 2 signatures on all the
Yeah.
checks, so 2 of. So you need either 2 officers or Steve and an officer. We've had it before where it's not usually Steve and Mike, and only
Right.
kind of a rare.
We've done that
Occurrence.
before, again, when we can, something needs to be signed.
When COVID came around, that was an added thing because the board wasn't convening, there were limitations that way, so we added the employee ability to sign the checks just out of a logistical standpoint, and then afterwards we talked about it and decided to keep that because we all run in different directions, and if something comes up, it's nice to have that ability here to do that.
Do we need a motion?
So we're gonna need a motion to approve the officer slate and Steve and Mike as authorized signers, and,
I'll make that motion.
alright, thank you, Jesse. Is there a second?
Marisa.
Thank you, Marisa. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, that's carried, and that also concludes our agenda for the CRC, so I would ask for a motion to adjourn. And a second? Steve. Okay, we are adjourned. And we will call the meeting to order for the Finger Lakes Horizon EDC. And we do have a guest to introduce now. We have Steve Meyer, Council with Harris Beach online. Thanks for joining us, Steve. And so we'll move down through the agenda here. Do we have an executive session for this entity? No? Then the review and approval of the minutes from December. Again, they're included here in the packet. And I would ask for a motion to approve. Thank you, Steve. Is there a second?
Marisa.
Any further discussion, comments, questions on the minutes? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Do we have any changes? Anything to add or subtract here for the agenda? Anything to report from a financial standpoint? All right. So moving on, we have our 3 action items again, and I would ask for a motion for items 1 and 2, so the election of officers and the committee assignments, as stated in our prior meeting.
So
If-
moved.
Steve, okay, is there a second?
Jared.
Jared? Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, that's carried. Then I'd ask for a motion to approve our bank signers, which are all the members of the officer team and Steve and Mike, requiring 2 signatures. Someone make that motion?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Jesse. Is there a second? Steve. Okay. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that's carried, and that concludes this agenda. So I'd ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Jesse, is there a second? Okay, we're adjourned. And then our 3rd and final meeting today, call to order the meeting of the Finger Lakes Economic Development Center. And it's 7:44. And our same guests, and I guess we do need an executive session for this meeting, so I would ask for a motion to enter executive session for
Ongoing, legal. Freezing now.
ongoing litigation.
Discuss litigation strategy in the case of the Village of Penn versus Town of Milo.
And to discuss the financials of a particular company.
Okay,
So moved.
is there a second?
Steve.
Okay,
Thought we were going real fast.
no, that was good. Open my mouth.
Is the barbecue thing on 14 not open anymore?
No,
Or is it
that's
just
still there.
seasonal?
That-
Oh, is that not
yeah.
good, or?
No, it's good. It's down in Himrod.
Hold on,
Yeah,
we're gonna
it's
be
doing
public
okay.
here, so. Gonna
We
be
order
public,
stuff for
so-
staff there every now and again too,
Okay.
but it's barbecue every day would be.
Yeah.
You're good.
Jared, behave.
All right. Ask for a motion to re-enter open session.
I'll make the motion.
In a second. Someone make a second. Anyone?
Second.
Jared, second, so we're now back in open session with no specific action being taken in executive session. We'll move on with our agenda and start with a review and approval of our minutes from our December meeting.
I have corrections.
And there are some corrections.
I accidentally didn't put myself attending, and then, are we leaving this at 80,000, or are we changing this?
The coach and equipment minutes need to be updated, because in the in the resolution, it says they're building 80,000 square feet. This exact project, the one that's they're planning right now is actually 65. So that larger number was based on a potential sort of phase 1B, if you will. But I think that will end up being split off as a second project if the first one's successful, so. Steve, I guess the question would be whether we say it's up to 80,000 or go over the 65,000.
I would just go with the 65
Okay.
because if they ultimately end up going the tax exempt route,
Yep.
that's technically what the description's gonna
Okay.
have to read.
Fair
So
enough.
I would just go with that.
We need to change that to 65.
So on page 3, in the middle of the bottom paragraph, it says 80,000, and amending that to be 65,000.
And there was discussion, by the way, in our last board meeting about that, because the numbers were
Yeah.
different then, so
And
clarifying that.
It doesn't change any other numbers in
Nope,
here.
all the project totals were based on that
65.
65 number.
adding Doreen is an attendee. Are there any other suggested changes?
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes with those changes.
Thank you, Jesse. Is there a second?
Steve, second.
Any further discussion? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that's carried. Do we have any changes in the agenda?
Nope.
Okay, then how about the finance report? Doreen?
I just said check out, do you want to go over stuff, or do you want to just move on?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, lots of money going out between New York State retirement and the Empire Pipeline pilot. So we have checks totaling $815,054.70. Check number 7085 to 7119 and E281 to E287. There was also check 1301 from the revolving loan fund for $755.48 for the fourth quarter loan management fee. I'm still working on some corrections on the profit loss budget versus the actual. Steve had some questions. I think, some of it is based on audit entries at the end of the year, but I'm still going through those. I can't remember now, it was dues and subscriptions, insurance, and there was one other one, I can't remember now. Just checking on how much of the difference.
You're saying for 25 or at the?
So 24 was a lot lower than 25.
It was just questioning why the increase
Categories.
and or decrease.
I got you.
Mostly increases from 24 increase to 25. I don't think it's gonna change 25 numbers, it was more, I was inquiring,
Just from a,
yeah.
Yep, so I'm still going through those.
Did end up on
positive
plus
side.
positive side.
So the checks that are going out to like Milo, Barrington, and Yates County, those are all tax.
That's Empire Pipeline.
That's the Empire,
Pilot,
okay.
yep.
We bill for pipeline and
Railroad.
the railroad.
Okay.
Does anybody have any other questions?
Yeah, just Steve's saying the net operating income was positive 7,000 versus a budgeted loss of a bigger number prior to land sales, and then we did have one land sale, so the net income number is a little bigger. Most of the expense savings was on a little less capital improvements than we had planned. And most of the revenue miss was on a little less agency fee or project revenue, but pretty close. Pretty close on the revenue side. A good year. And so there might be some tweaks in categorizing the different things here as we move into a final, and we'll have our audit team probably, I don't know, if next month they'll be here to lay out their timeline,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then they'll be here
So
on
it's
site.
a really fast turnaround, because we have to have it all in
Yeah.
by end of March.
We're supposed to get a final 2025 to look at here pretty soon, and the audit team will be here before we know it.
Bring booze. Oh, no, I'm kidding.
So good luck, Doreen.
It's not.
I always appreciate every year the auditors are appreciative of the reception they get and how well, how attentive the management team is to getting them information, so that's always a bright spot.
We also got all our notices out to the
Yep.
current companies that have pilots with us, because at the same time that part of the reason we have to have our audit in by the end of March is we have to have all that information in Paris, and supposedly it's a brand new interface in Paris. So we'll see what that looks like. That's the state's database of,
Is that why they send out the new training thing? Guess
What is
they're
it,
signing
stand
up
for?
that.
Public Accountability Reporting Information System or
yeah,
something?
I think we'll go with that. Yeah, I think so. I think that's actually right.
Yeah, so those are all out. They went out about full 2 weeks earlier than last year, to give us a little more time to get it in. Working as they respond, already have 2 responses on it, so we'll jump in on it.
So, does anybody have any questions on any of the financial reports or on any of the specific checks to be paid? Then I would ask for a motion to accept the finance report and approve paying those specific checks.
So moved.
Thank you, Steve. Is there a second?
Oh, go ahead, Marcia.
Marisa, yeah.
Second, Marisa. Any further discussion, comments, questions? Okay, hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that's carried. How about the management reports? Do you guys have any updates to share or highlight on your written reports?
I don't know.
I'll just say that Penny and Wing Walk's coming up on the first Saturday in March, which is the 7th. And tickets are going on sale February 7th at 7 p.m. It looks like they're doing an evening release for tickets this year to
So February 7th?
February 7th. Tickets go on sale, so the event is on March 7th, first Saturday. So, always sells out quick, so if you're interested, hop on and get them right away.
Okay. Steve, do you have any updates to share? Okay. Always like looking down through and seeing all the meetings and all the activities you guys are involved in. It's a good work.
What's this vacation meeting?
Yeah.
It's
I'm unfamiliar.
Not sure it was the right time to take it, but
No.
All right. So on to our action items. The first 2 will be taken as a group. So we have our election of officers. We have a slate of officers proposed, and the same as these other 2 meetings we've had, as well as approving our committee assignments. And we have the one change. Marisa is joining the Personnel Committee, and Jared is coming off the Personnel Committee. I ask for a motion to approve those 2 items.
So moved.
Thank
Steve?
you. Steve, is there a second?
Jared.
Hey, Jared. Any further discussion? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, that's carried. The next item is a resolution to approve our bank signers for the year, and that will be the officer slate. And Steve and Mike are approved signers, and we require 2 signatures on the checks. So I would ask for a motion to approve those signers.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, thank you, Jesse. Is there a second?
Marisa.
Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that's carried. Item 4 here is a lease with Access Integrative Services.
This is in my management report, I don't know if anybody's got any questions. She decided she wanted a smaller office. We did do some renovations on the second floor, and in her lease, it was, if she got out of it before 2 years, we'd prorate the thing, so she's paid all that. She's first floor.
Okay,
Sounds good.
so she moved to a slightly smaller space.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions on that? Anybody? No? Then I'd ask for a motion to approve.
So moved, Steve?
Thank you, Steve. Is there a second?
Marisa.
Jared's just kind of looking around like, how awkward can we
I feel
make
like,
this?
I don't
That's
know.
good.
He's trying to
really
behave.
Any further discussion?
He was told
He's
to
done.
behave, so yeah, he's doing his best.
Any further discussion?
Yes.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, carried. So item 5 here is to approve a retainer for Harris Beach Mertha regarding ongoing or
Yeah, this
new-
would be to have Harris Beach Mertha represent us in the potential eminent domain proceedings with the town of Milo.
Okay,
Is there an amount of the retainer?
Yep. Would be capped at $3.95 per hour for all billing attorneys. That's in the resolution.
okay. Ask for a motion to put Harris Beach on retainer for that potential legal matter and at that billing rate.
So moved.
Thank you, Steve. Is there a second?
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Jared. Any further discussion, any questions? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed?
Hold on, don't vote.
Just roll call.
Yep, we're good, still good. We're good.
Okay.
Do we need a roll call for that one?
We probably should, right? Yeah, let's do a roll call.
I guess it's typically with a retainer, there's a dollar amount that they bill against.
This is just for them to represent us. It's a confirmation of engagement for additional services. I called it a retainer.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so it's just to hire them to represent us in that matter and at that rate should this come forward.
Gotcha, very good.
Okay, Marissa,
Yes.
Jared,
Yes.
Steve,
Yes.
Jesse,
Yes.
Ryan.
Yes.
And
Yeah, I'll abstain from that,
Okay.
actually.
Lucky.
Yes. All right. Got that? Clear as mud? We're good? All right, so item 6 is a resolution or renovation for FLACRA.
Yep. I'm gonna pass it forward.
Got some drawings.
Steve. You guys, Jared.
So this,
I spend all day looking at blueprints.
An hour or so.
so I've been in discussion with FLECRA for a few months regarding this methadone clinic that they want to add
Mhm.
upstairs. They recommend that we go and visit their clinic in Geneva, so Joe and I did that. It's very well run. The thing that we can't accommodate here that they accommodate in Geneva is they come in one door, they get their meds or whatever, and they go right out the door. They have a security person sit there. It's all locked up in a safe and all this. So this portion is the front of the building when you come in off the elevator. There's currently a large conference room that they use here. Large conference room here. This is the back stairwell, I'm sorry. This is our mechanical room. They currently have waiting here, and this goes down to reception, so they're gonna wanna build some walls there. So they'd go in the dosing area, must be dispenser, must be they're gonna come out and around, I'm not sure how that's gonna, must be they're gonna come in here and go out here.
But they're looking for our support.
They're
to
looking for our
approve
support.
Interior renovations to their current lease space.
That's correct. So that's gonna be contingent on, code enforcement approval. And, Joe and I have some things we're gonna work with them on as well. Nothing major, just, a couple things that Joe and I have are, they need to do a better job policing the no smoking policy that they requested back before. Joe's got some questions about how their security's gonna work. And other than that, just minor things. The office next to the mechanical room, just warned them that could get noisy. And that they have to have a plan for the HVAC, because every time you add walls, it messes up the system a little bit, because that's not what the system was made for. Just minor things, which I'll work with code enforcement too on that. And so they sent me a letter of support from Community Services, and they're only gonna be dispensing 7 to 1, 6 days a week, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the clinic's already open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 8, Fridays 8 to 4, and Saturdays 8 to 2.
On this drawing are the lines with the diagonal crosses,
That's
the
where
new
they
ones?
have to build, yes. that's
Those are
what
the
they have
only
to-
new
yeah.
ones? Okay.
That's what they have to build. I didn't know if anybody had any questions. They're welcome to come down to a board meeting. They were happy that I was willing to bring it to the board for approval, contingent upon code enforcement approval and all that, so they didn't have to wait, but.
Right now, the space is an open layout.
Well, there's one conference room. I think that probably is a conference room, so they would just have to build a little bit of wall and build this office out. But the waiting, as you come in, you go down to reception, they have a large waiting area.
You know, from an overall, like, big picture, can't imagine it makes this space less valuable, right? I don't know, there's a spot in here about a safe.
Yep, they have all the medicine locked up.
So there, you see abandoned buildings that move on to future owners, and they have this heavy safe that's hard to get out. And I don't know if you want to, maybe you'd want them to leave it if they ever were to leave, but maybe it'd be worth having that they need to take that with them. Where to go?
Are they gonna be adding more electric and stuff like that in there?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Joe wants them to make sure that they have
Because they're gonna want, the code guy's gonna want a plan showing all electric, any new smoke detectors or anything like that in there, I'm sure.
well, that's, that would be covert security would add,
Covert's doing that,
do
okay.
that, would,
I mean, this would require a building permit, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So you said all the crosshatched walls are new walls.
Correct.
Am I reading this right? This is an exterior bump out.
No. This would be the back. This would be exterior, back of the building. And I mean, we are more than happy to go up there and look, if you'd like to.
What is this now?
This is our
though?
mechanical room. This is just part of their waiting area, so they would build this out. There's a wall already here, because like I said, this is our mechanical room, but we keep that door locked.
Okay.
Because if we don't,
could
people
show-
use it for free storage, and that's,
Might not be a bad idea to have, not all of you need to go if you'd like to, but go take a look at it and maybe show kind of what it looks like now versus what it's going to look like.
Mechanical room in that space.
yeah, it's kind of hard to explain if you're not familiar with.
Well, I think it, we should maybe at least have a, here's what it is now,
That space, I'm
right,
really
here's what it's going to
I
look
doubt
like.
it is.
What's their timeline for doing it? Are they hoping to
Especially
get started
that
next
office.
month, kind of thing? or-
As
yeah.
soon as possible, I'm guessing. The other side of that coin is the elevator modernization project's gonna work, and that's gonna hold them up for 6 weeks.
What's in the mechanical room?
Air unit.
Just an air, there's no combustibles in there? There's
No.
no gas or anything like
No.
that? Okay, alright, then maybe
And
not.
there's
Pretty
also
good.
that's where a lot of the fiber comes in, right?
No, that's in the closet in Catholic Charities.
Is that an electric unit?
Yeah, there's an electric.
It's
No.
an electric unit in here?
So the boilers are gas.
Gas, oh, so they've, yeah, cause
But
I
the
was.
boilers
They're
are
down here.
down here.
Oh, so they're
and
not
it
up
goes
there,
Yeah,
okay.
they're not up there, no.
Cause they're saying you have to fire rate all these walls, I'm sure, especially this office.
Like I said,
wall.
this wall's already here and that wall's
Yeah.
already here, so
Who's paying for these tenant fit outs? Are they?
they're paying for
Okay.
this.
And how long is a lease are they looking for?
We just renewed their lease for 5 years.
Okay.
They've been here since the late 80s.
Oh, good. Yeah.
It's mainly that it's not gonna, in my mind, deteriorate the value or make the space less usable in the future. That would be a financial consideration for us. Otherwise, them making sure they're doing it to code and not creating any safety issues. Right?
I need to send this to code. I hadn't yet because I wanted to see what this group said.
I mean, it's gonna drive traffic here on Saturdays, right?
Well, we already do. I mean, they're here 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. anyway.
On Saturdays?
No, Saturdays 8 to 2.
Okay.
I think it makes the space more valuable.
Yeah, well,
So-
it just also keeps them here, even though they've been here forever, if they're dumping their own money into it.
Yeah, you're never mad when someone else is building it.
Right.
We can get some language in there that if there is heavy safes and stuff, that if upon leaving, that gets removed and brought back to pre-install look.
From an action item today, we're just needing to confirm we're supportive of it. Is there an actual vote needed? Or are you just trying to bring us, we're not
There
authorizing
shouldn't be a
expending any
vote.
funds or amending a lease?
We just,
I don't know if Steve's still there, but is there,
I don't know. that
Kinda
we
made
need
us aware of
approval,
it.
I guess. I just,
if you
Guess
want
you could make a vote saying that staff will work with FLACRA to,
have the approval say that it's contingent on following all building codes and satisfying the
and
management.
satisfaction of, yeah, management.
Obtaining required
Yeah,
permits
just
and
what
inspections.
exactly was the ask from these guys?
they want to add a methadone clinic, and methadone is a drug
Yeah.
that's used for opioid addiction.
They're just looking to make renovations there to their current lease space.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I would assume somewhere in the lease, whether there's notice or consent provisions from you guys for them to
Correct.
make renovations like that, I would assume so.
Yeah, they're not allowed to make any changes to the facility without our approval. So that's in the lease currently, but
Yeah.
So yeah, Steve, the question though is there a specific action? I mean, they made us aware of it and we talked it through, but we're just talking through, we need to have a formal vote, but I think it might make sense to do that anyway and just say, subject to those couple of conditions we just talked about.
And
Yeah, I think that's fine.
could we add in there that they give us a copy of the workman's comp and, you know, any insurance that the contractor has that's gonna be working in
Yeah,
there, just so we can have it on file in case there's something that
Great
Take
pops
that,
up.
take that one step further, make us additionally insured.
Sure, they can do that, yeah, they can add us right to it. Yeah.
It's a good suggestion. Alright, so right now we'd be making a resolution to approve the renovation plan or to allow the renovations as long as it is subject to code and any building permits and code approvals, subject to the management team satisfying the conditions that they've talked about already, and subject to adding us to their insurance as an additional insured for the project. I capture everything?
You
All right.
Sounds good, I'll make that motion.
All right, thank you, Jesse. Is there a second?
Marisa.
Thanks, Marisa. Any further discussion? All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, our last item today is a loan request for N. Kendall Wines. Mike?
Yep, M. Kendall Wines LLC is an active loan currently on interest-only payments that would convert to interest plus principal at the end of February, starting in March. It is requested 3 additional months of interest-only payments for March, April, and May. So principal would resume or start in June.
And the reason is?
They are part of the New York Main Street grant for the Village of Dundee, and they are just finalizing the state requirements that would allow him to start construction. So this would, the extension would get him through the construction phase and open for business before starting principal payments.
It sounds like typically dealing with the state, it took longer than anticipated, so.
Correct.
Yeah. I'll make the motion.
Thank you, Jesse. Is there a second?
Marisa.
Okay. I'm gonna abstain from the vote. Any other abstentions? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that's carried. Our next meeting, the third Wednesday, would be February 18th. On the agenda, it says January. That is the school break week, so I don't know if that is a conflict for people, if they're, you have to answer this minute, but if you could, as soon as you could, let us know if you have a conflict, if you'll be out of town, and then we can look to reschedule. But we need to have some advance notice of that, so let us know as soon as you can. And with that concludes our agenda. I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And a second. Sure.